So here is what the dress is looking like so far, and I love it. And I knew I said I was going to just kind of sew today without doing any distractions or whatever. But then I thought to myself, but if I do that, then I won't have anything to show you all. So far I've only did, I've put the yoke front here, and then I just added the waistband to the bottom. So, but again, like I said, I love the way it's coming out. I love the way it looks like it's going to be snatching me up on my waist and giving me some body up at the top and probably at the bottom. So let's go ahead and get the bottom done. Okay, so now we have to add on our neckband and our sleeve bands to this dress. So my neckband should be piece number 9 for you and for me. Make sure you have it on the stretch. You want to make sure that is so important. Then you want to go ahead and start finding your notches. And we're just going to pin those up together. I'm clipping lines. Let's see. Alright. Sorry about that. I know it's probably kind of hard to see it. Okay, so I used the first set of notches and I clipped those down together. Then I'm going to just go down to the end here, like that. And we're going to clip this down right there on the edge. So that when you sew, you're going to start from there and you're going to go sew straight across. So let's go to the other side and grab the notch as well. Here's my notch over here. We'll clip it down and go all the way to your edge, like that. Like that. And then you can give your neckband a good stretch, like that. And when you do, we're going to grab the middle. Or you can start small. Just grab your shoulder pieces. Give it a good clip. And this is going to do just like the waistband. It's going to give you, you got to do a little stretching. So I put a clip there. Then I give it another stretch like that. And when I have it stretched like that, I just grab my fingers and hold it. So I know that this is that middle piece. Like that. So now when I go over to my sewing machine, I'll just hold it down. I'll start at this end and go straight across to the other side. And you want to make sure you're giving it a good little stretch while you're sewing. Now let's do the same thing. We got to do the same thing for our sleeve bands. But with the sleeve bands, we have to do a little something different. So the first thing we have to do is we have to take it over to our sewing machine. And we've got to sew the unnotched edges on that long edge. We're going to sew that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold it down in half. And you're going to have that long cuff that I'm using for this one. So just take this one over to your sewing machine right now. Fold it in half and sew down that long open edge right there. And leave the 2 short edges open. Okay, so I got the neckband on. And when I tell y'all, look how sweet and wonderful that neckline is. I love it. I love it. Okay, so next thing I need to do is put my sleeve bands on. And here are my sleeve bands because I told you I'm doing the longer, I'm doing version B, which has the longer sleeve bands on there. So this is what my sleeve bands look like. And I'm going to go ahead and attach those onto my sleeves because I'm really loving the way it's coming out. And I cannot wait to put this on. Yeah, I'm going to put this on today because I can't wait to put this on. This is too cute. Okay, so let me get sleeve bands on and I'll be back. Alright, so go ahead and get your sleeve bands. And you're going to make sure you have both pieces together. When I say both pieces, it's because you folded it when you did your fold line. So now you have two ends on this side. So we're going to take that and we're going to add that to the top of our sleeve here. And y'all know what I like to do first. I like to go and find my seam lines. So that's nice and even. So I'm gonna add that right here on the seam line. Both of those will be on there together like that. And I'm actually gonna grab some pins this time instead of my clips. So go ahead and pin that sleeve band to your sleeve. And again, it's going to be some stretching, so you want to make sure you're finding both of your seam lines and putting that, make that nice and even, because we don't need those crooked. And I just like to make sure that when you do it like that, that's nice and even that way. So, boom. And then we're just going to open this up like this. Look for your notches, because you do have some notches on your sleeve bands and you have some notches on your sleeve itself. So grab those and you want to put those together as well. I was going to use my pin, but I'm going to use my clips. So do that. Give it a good stretch. Y'all know how I like to do. Give it a good stretch like this. And once you do it like that, you can start just grabbing where you know it's going to be clipped at. Like that. We're going all the way around the sleeve doing that. Now another way you can do this is you can put some gathering stitches in here if you want to. And you can pull it. And then you can just add your sleeve cap on there. But I like when it looks original. I don't know about y'all, but I like when I stretch it and it folds like it's supposed to. Sometimes I think with those gathers, even though it does look good, I ain't gonna lie, it look good when you do the gathering. But I think when you have stretching it like this, you don't really need to do any gathering stitches on there. You just gotta pull it like that. As you're sewing, make sure you're pulling so they go straight across. Do that for the other sleeve. Go over to your sewing machine, go ahead and sew it across like this, and then come back and I'll show you the next step. And since we're going over to the sewing machine, go ahead and add your pockets to the back fronts. I mean to your back and your fronts. And you're just going to add that. You're going to have a notch. Excuse me. You're going to have a notch right here. You want to match your notches up on all four sides. You're going to have one on each front, bottom section that you have. And then you have two on your back sections. So we're going to go ahead and sew those down as well while we're over at the sewing machine doing our sleeve caps. Okay, so I got the sleeves, my sleeve bands, and I got the neck band on. And when I tell y'all, I am really loving what's going on here. I really am. I am. Okay, so I got my sleeve bands on, and I also have on my neck band. And when I tell y'all, I am so happy with the way this is coming out. This is really coming out the way I envisioned it, the way I thought it was going to be. I love the way that the stripes are going horizontal right there and vertical on the sleeve because it's still matching from down there. Listen, y'all, I love it. I am in love. Guarantee you I will be making this again. And actually, listen, this is cute enough where if you wanted to stop right here, you could. Because once you put your zipper in right there, like this is your waistband, so that's the bottom of it. Put a little hem in it, and you're done. And you got a cute little crop top. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to hack this pattern and make this just a top because I really like the way that looks. Okay, so now that you have your pockets on your front and your backs, we're going to grab the two grab your back. Gonna lay it out flat like this. Flat. With right sides facing. Sorry. So we're gonna lay it down like that with right sides facing. Now for our back, no, we're not gonna do that yet. We'll just be a second. So grab your right piece, your front pieces, and we're going to match those up, right sides facing. And we're also wrapping it up around your pocket area. So you're gonna go down and go all the way around the pocket. So here's what we're doing now when we're sewing this up. We're going to sew your sides, your front, back, your front and your backs together. Okay, let's start over. Now that you're back from your machine and you've sewed your pockets on, we're going to go ahead and attach our front to our backs. Okay, so grab your back piece, which have your pocket, and you're going to grab you some pins. You're going to need some pins or some clips, either one. And we're going to match everything up. You want to match the notches on your pockets, because when we sew it now, we're going to sew all the way around these pocket edges. So, taking some clips. I'm clipping this down. Clip that down like that. And then you're going to go all the way down to the ends of your dress as well. Under the sides and the ends. I'll just add a couple more clips here. You can see I've lined my stripes up, so I'm hoping that it stays that way as it goes through the sewing machine. And then you want to do the other side same way. Lay out your back like that. I'm going to grab your front side. I'm going to lay them down right sides facing, just like the other side. Get you some clips. And again, at this point, you should be matching up your pockets, making sure that your notches are matching so that you get the full capability of the pocket as possible. Because I know sometimes I have not paying attention, especially when I was brand new. I would lose half of my pocket trying to sew it without using my notches and stuff. I was a bad beginner, so I'm gonna say that, because I thought those notches were dumb. So most time I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do the marking, and then I have to go back and look and be like, Dad, where was this side was I supposed to meet? And things like that. So when I tell you to use your markings and your notches, they are so important. They really are. It will save you. Those notches will save you about anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes on your project. And I'm going to tell you why. If you ain't got to guess where these things are supposed to meet at, you ain't got to guess where your zipper is going to stop at. You don't have to guess. Let's try to keep these stripes together, though. We don't want to guess on that. You don't want to have to guess, like, how much seam allowance is there. It's already there for you. I mean, it breaks it out for you. Like, look, your seam allowance is included. It tells you all that on your pattern. So, again, make sure you use your notches. Okay, now I got it all clipped down now, and I do have my stripes matching. That was what my plan was. So now we're going over to your machine, and you're going to sew from the top. Right here, you want to go from the top. You're going to go to the outside of your pocket, all the end, come back in, and then go back down to that end. Do the same thing on that side, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to do a little extra sewing. We're going to tack our pockets down so that they won't be moving, and then we're going to attach this to the bottom of that top, and we're going to be done. Okay, so now you should have your pockets installed on the bottom part of your dress. So we're going to take the top of our dress and we're going to connect it to the bottom of our dress. So, right side's facing. Let's turn this upside down like that. Right side's facing. You do have notches, so go ahead and find your notches on your dress and on the waist band. So we're going to start there and clip our notches down. Make sure our notches are matching. Just putting 2 of them right there so it stays. Because this is where we're going to have to stretch. I'm going to do a little stretching in between that part. And then we're going to go over here and let's find our seams and match those up because we don't have time for crooked seams. So the seams matching right there. And then we're going to grab the ends of our dress like that. Put one on the side and one here. Because we're going to do a little stretching again. Do the same thing with the other side of your dress. Let's make sure our seams are matching. And get the ends of our dress match. Then we're going to go over to our machine. You're going to go straight across here with your sewing machine. Give it a good stitch all the way across. And you're going to have to do a little stretching as you're going through to match your waistband. And then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so you should be back from your machine. And at this point, your dress should be looking like the only thing it needs is a zipper, right? To keep it together. So here's your dress. Here's what my dress is looking like, and I am loving it, y'all. I'm loving the dress. I love the shape it has. It has pockets. Y'all know I love a good pocket. I did the same thing. Yeah, it has some pockets. So the next thing we have to do is add our zipper on here. And I just go through and I like to make sure everything is lining up good. And it does, y'all. And I love it. I love the way it's coming out. I love the way it's looking. Listen, I can't wait to have this on. Okay, so this is how we're going to add our zipper on here. We're going to do one side at a time. Then we're going to add some markings on our zipper so that we can make sure everything is matching up nice. And that's it. Oh, we do need to put a hem in your dress. So figure out how long you want to have your dress. I actually need to put mine on and then mark it where I'm going to have mine. But it's definitely going to be a long dress like it is now. So, in fact, let me do that. That way I can go ahead and hem it. Because once I put the zipper on, we'll be done. Okay, so grab your zipper. Now, what I did was I kept my zipper closed together. I put it face down on top of the dress. And then I just basted it down. Okay, because in her instructions, she has you fold over. And then you're going to make it as close as you can to the zipper teeth. So we're going to do that. But now that I have one side on there, I can go ahead and move this side. And now I can go over to my machine. And with my zipper foot, I can get as close as I can to those zipper teeth. So that when I flip it over, this is all you're going to see. Now, if you want to have a little bit more of your tape showing, like some people like to have their tape showing. I don't really necessarily want that much tape showing. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to get, again, like I said, it's just basted down now, so it'll stay in place. I'm going to go ahead and get as close as I can to the teeth. And then I'll come back and I'll zip it back up with this one and we'll mark it so that we make sure that these are matching up perfectly. because we don't want any crooked seams or crooked lines showing up. So when we get done, it's going to look like this. Mine will look like that. So again, go ahead and baste the whole zipper on there so that it stays in place. Then we're going to go over to our machine, put your zipper foot on, and you're going to get as close as you can to those zipper teeth. Go all the way down to the end. And then when you get right here to the bottom, where you know it's going to end, just go ahead and fold it under like that. We're just going to fold it under like that. And then you're going to go ahead and sew that down too. That's going to close this off. And then I'll be back and show you the next step. Okay, y'all, so we got one side of the zipper on. And I'm going to tell y'all, I am so happy that I picked this zipper. I almost could have messed this whole dress up picking the wrong zipper. But that zipper is perfect. Okay, so let me show you how I'm going to get the other side on. All right, so let me show y'all how I get my zipper on and make sure that they're straight. Because again, you don't want to zip your dress up and all your sections is on different pieces. So go ahead and put the zipper back in like that. And we're going to get a marker. Get your soluble marker or whatever you want to call it. And we're going to take our marker. We're going to get a little ruler right there. And this is the first part right here, which has to join. So you want to take your pen and we're going to make marks at everywhere that we know that that zipper has to attach on the other side in the same spot. So grab your ruler and grab your water-soluble pen. We're going to start from the top. Now, this is the first seam that I have, which is connecting the yoke to the dress. So we're going to make a mark right there on the zipper. Not on the dress, on the zipper. Because, again, this is water-soluble, so you can just wipe it down when you finish. But make sure that you're at the edge of that seam. Going down to the next one, which is the top of our waistband. And we're going to go ahead and add a mark there. And we're also going to add a mark at the bottom of our waistband. Again, because when you zip up your dress, you want to make sure you don't have any buckles. You don't want to make sure there's no puckering. So you want to make sure that your zipper is straight and that it's going to be on the same side of the dress that it is on this side. Now, once you have all those marks on it, this is what it should look like. Your zipper should look just like this. It's at the end of the seam, or each one of the seams that's at the top of the seam. And then we're just going to go ahead from there. You can unzip your dress, or some people like to flip it over and attach their zipper while they have it on the dress, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to unzip the zipper. Right now I'm just checking to make sure that everything is lining up and that nothing is off. And you can take a pin or you could clip it down, again, so that it doesn't move. But that's why you have your marks there. So I'm going to unzip my second half of my zipper, and I'm going to add it to the other side of the dress. I do apologize for the view. I was not aware that you could not see what I was doing on my table. So basically what I'm doing is I'm attaching the other side of the zipper to the dress, and I'm lining up those marks that I have. I got that first mark. I'm putting it on the first side of the seam over there, and we're working our way all the way down until the end. And then we're just going to baste it down like we did on the other side. Basting stitches are always good because you can always take it out and remove it, or you can remove a section, straighten it out, and stitch it down before you make your final stitches. And as soon as you have the other side of the zipper pinned to your dress, go ahead over to your machine. Again, give it a basting stitch, or you can give it a final stitch if you're secure about what you got going on. And then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, you should be back to your table, and this is what your dress should be looking like. You should have your zipper attached on both sides. Now we're just going to zip it up the middle and see how it looks. And voila, the zipper is on. Everything is nice and neat. There's no puckers. There's no bunches that I need to go in and straighten out the zipper or anything. It looks wonderful. I love that. Again, I love that I picked the right color for the zipper because I almost messed up, y'all. I was getting ready to get a yellow or orange zipper, and that would have threw this whole dress away. But again, just showing you how everything is lining up, and we did everything based on the marks. So we're good. Everything looks good. Next thing we need to do is start working on the bottoms. All right, y'all, so here is the dress. So what you need to do now is figure out how long you want your dress to be and go ahead and add your hem. So what I'm going to do is, y'all can see, I flip this over like this, and I flip that down because that's going to be the hemmed edge. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to take my sewing machine and I'm going to go straight down there with about 5/8 of an inch seam allowance so that that pulls this in as well. It'll pull that into that one like that. Same thing on both sides, and that's gonna be the hem for my dress, and that's it. Yeah, I love it. I love the way it came out. I love the way it looks. I think I'm gonna make another one of these because I like it. I like it a lot. All right, y'all, she is officially finished. Yes, the dress is done. I absolutely love it. I love the way it came out. I love the way it looks. I am so glad that I got that light zipper. Y'all see all my things is matching up. And when I put it on, I know it's going to be even cuter. So look, there's the zipper ends right there with the little split, which is going to be cute for your boots and all that good stuff. All right, y'all. Let's see who wear it best. Her or me? So this is me in the bathroom trying it on. Y'all, I love it. I love the dress. It's perfect. Sleeves is perfect. I think this has become one of my new favorite patterns. Right here, this one. Because I love it. I love everything about it. Well, I hope this tutorial was good for you and that you make this outfit, and when you do, make sure you tag me so I can see what you did with yours. I think the next time I do it, I'm gonna make this in a whole contrast color and then have, these in the contrast color. So I have this, my bands, my waistband, all those will be contrast colors, and they'll probably match the zipper. That way you get good flow in it. But y'all, listen, I love it. I'm glad it came out the way I thought it was gonna come out. I can't wait to put this on and wear it somewhere and be cute with it. Cause look, y'all, I'm looking at the cute little styles that I can throw up with it. Yeah. So that's it. I'm out. Peace out. Have a good one.